So you can make your way to your mat. So we'll get started on our backs and the Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide, so butterfly pose. Then you can lay down on your back. And you can bring one hand to each side of your ribs if that feels comfortable for you. If that's a little too much on your shoulders, you can bring one to your belly and one to your heart. And just laying here, just start to bring some awareness to your breath. Your inhales and exhales. Breathing in, exhaling out. Take notice if you have any distractions. If you're thinking about anything, just acknowledge those and then let them go. And bringing your attention back to your breath. You can feel it coming in, filling up your lungs expanding. And then with your exhales, feel your ribs drawing together as the air cycles back out. And inhaling all the way in, ribs expand, and exhale, release. A few more like that. Inhaling. And exhaling. And again, inhale. And exhale. And last one in. And exhale. You close your eyes, you can go ahead and flutter them open. Walk your hands down to your quads, and then just bring your knees together. And then you can draw your knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice squeeze. And then if you'd like to, you can make some little circles, opening your knees wide, drawing your knees around. Just opening 2 little circles on each side. And then you can reverse them, going out to the side and coming in. Last one. All right, and we'll send our legs up straight to the air. Flex your feet. You're going to cross your right leg on top of your left. Bend the knees and reach for the ankles, drawing the knees in towards the chest. So this is cow face on our back. Trying to have the back of both of your hips on the mat and drawing the ankles in towards your armpits and the knees towards your chest. Breathing here. One more breath. And then slowly release, so no slingshots here. Bring your ankles back together and extend your legs overhead. And then we'll twist the other way. So left leg crosses over right, bend the knees, and grab for the ankles. Grab the ankles, drawing the knees in towards your chest. Both back of your hips are still on the mat, spine is still long. And breathing here. Try to keep both of your feet flexed. You're stretching out your hip. One more breath here. And then slowly release the ankles back. You can uncross the legs, give your knees a squeeze, and rock and roll your way up onto your hands and knees. Once you get there, tabletop pose. So hands are directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under your hips, and then feet can be flat on the ground or slightly touching. Either one is fine. We'll take some cat-cow. So inhale to rock the chest, look up, tailbone up, and exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale to rock the chest, look up, tailbone up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Take 2 more, inhaling. And exhaling, and inhaling, and exhaling. Come back to a nice stable tabletop. And I'm going to send our left leg long behind you. Foot is flexed, toes are facing down towards the mat. And then right arm out long in front of us. So stick pose here. We want a really nice long line from your heel to your fingertips. And then your core is nice and engaged. Inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, tuck knee to elbow. Inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to elbow. And then with your inhale, we'll stay. And then you can stay here, or you can bend the knee and reach back and take the ankle for tiger pose. You have your ankle, think about sending your foot up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside, squaring off the shoulders, and keeping the gaze straight ahead. Be here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release back to the stick pose. And then bring your right hand down to the ground. And then leaving your left leg long to set your toes down on the ground. And we're going to come into a supported side plank. So you can kickstand your right foot out behind you and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Nice side body stretch here. You can stay here, or you can float your left leg up for a kneeling half moon. Or you can take it behind you and grab the angle for a kneeling Tapasana. So another bind. Another breath here. And then slowly release. And then set your foot back down and make your way back into a tabletop. So returning here, making sure your core is still nice and engaged. And then other side, right leg long behind you. Foot is flexed, toes are facing down. Left arm out long in front of you. Engaging your core, so we're not dropping our bellies. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, find some length. And then you can stay here, or you can reach back, finding the tiger pose, grabbing the right ankle with your left hand, lifting up, squaring off the shoulder blades and the hips. Foot is reaching up towards the ceiling. Final breath here. And then slowly releasing, nice and long. Set your left hand down, right toes down to the mat, the right leg is still long. You can kickstand the left foot out to the side and reach your right arm up to the ceiling for a kneeling side plank. Stretching through this right side of your body. You can stay here, you can float your right leg up for kneeling half moon. You can stay, or you can reach back for kneeling Tapasana, grabbing the ankle, opening up. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest. Last breath. Slowly release, and then make your way back down into a tabletop. All right, from here you can tuck your toes and send your hips up and back, finding your down dog. So you can pedal out your dog, wag your tail, whatever feels good, go ahead and do. I didn't mention at the beginning, but I'll say so now. Everything you do is optional, so do what feels good for you, skip what doesn't, adjust, you can modify. We're taking the class has several binds today, so if you're just not feeling like binding, you can do the pose without the bind. That's fine too. All right, taking a breath in stillness here, inhaling and exhaling. And if you'd like, you can step your hands about hands width distance closer toward your feet, and then we'll take a twist. Right hand reaches for the left ankle. Pull yourself through, maybe look up towards the ceiling under your armpit. And then return your right hand down to the mat. And then other side, so left hand grabs right ankle, twisting through. Taking a breath. And then returning back to your down dog. Taking one breath here. Exhale, release. And then making your way to the front of the mat. You can hang and enjoy a ragdoll. So the feet are about hip width apart. Grab opposite elbows. You can have a slight bend in your knee if you'd like to. Releasing your head and neck down. And then you can shake your head yes or no. Or sway your hips from side to side if that feels good. Taking one more breath here. And exhale, release. Release your hands down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come up. And exhale, hands in the heart center. You can step your feet together, toes are together, heels are slightly apart. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you can do so. All right, We'll get started with 2 sun A's and a sun B. Inhaling our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a plank. Lowering down. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking 5 breaths here. Spine is nice and long. The core is supporting you here, so we're not dumping through our chests. Slight internal rotation at the hips with the legs, so your heels are hidden behind your toes. Last breath here. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, make your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come up. And exhale, hand in the heart center. 1 breath. Exhale, release. Second sun A, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, do your flow, step or hop back. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Breathing here. You can take a peek at your hands and wrists and see if the creases of your wrists are parallel in front of your mat. You might feel like a slight internal rotation to make that happen. Last breath here. If you're wanting to float forward, you can step your feet together first. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float your way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands in the heart center. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. Moving on for a sun B. Inhale, find a chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands, do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. 3 more breaths here. Evenly distributing your weight between your hands and your feet. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float your way up. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sink the hips, reach up, chair pose. And exhale, stand up, hands at heart center. Taking a breath. And exhale, release. 1 more breath. And exhale, release. I'm just switching sides. All right, you can stay where you're at. Moving on for our flow. We'll sink down, find a chair pose, and we'll stay in our chair. Check your alignment. You should be able to see your toes. Tailbone is pointing down. And then we'll send our arms down and around behind us and take a bind. Once you have the bind, open the chest, lift up through the spine, across the sternum. 2 more breaths here. And then keeping the bind, see if you can straighten the legs and fold forward. Let the bind help you fold a little farther. Breathing here. 1 more breath. Slowly release your hands down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands to your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. And exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, shift forward, climb a plank. So squeezing the legs together, heels are stacked directly over feet. Arms are underneath your shoulders. We're going to inhale, shift forward just a little bit and find a low plank. And then back up to high plank. Once you're there, you're going to roll onto the outside of your left feet. And the right arm's going to come up for a side plank. Okay, you can always support yourself by dropping your lower leg or stacking your feet one in front of the other. You can stay here, or you can float your top leg and maybe bend it and reach for that ankle and fall back like I did, taking a savasana here in your side plank. For 3, 2, 1, slowly release, set the right foot behind you and find a wild thing. Breathing here. Enjoy the opening. 2 more breaths. Hips lifting nice and high. And then unwinding, right hand comes back down to the mat, step back for a 3-legged dog. And then right foot steps forward. We're gonna find a crescent lunge. So right foot steps between your hands on the mat. Roll the ball of the left foot, and then sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. So hips are working to be neutral towards the front of the mat. You can have a little bend in your left knee if that feels better. And then arms up, pinkies rotating in. You can stay here, or you can add a little breath and movement. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart, trace the ceiling with your gaze. Inhaling back to neutral. Exhaling, opening up. Inhaling back to neutral. Exhale, open up. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a crescent lunge. Engage your core, spine is nice and long again. And then straighten your right leg and hinge forward for a wide stance pyramid pose. You can drop your left heel down towards the mat. You can adjust your stance as much as you need to. And it's okay that your hips are a little cattywampus. We'll worry more about stretching our hamstring right now. 2 more breaths here. All right, you can plant your hands all the way down, bend the front leg a little bit if you'd like to, shifting your shoulders over your wrists, step back, and do your flow. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath. And exhale, release. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, shift forward, find your plank. Shoulders are directly over wrists, heels are nice and high. You're going to shift forward just a little bit and find a low plank. So elbows are over wrists now. Back up, high plank, and then opening up, dropping onto the right side of the feet, right hand on the mat, left hand lifts up, side plank. You can stay here, you can stack your feet one on top of each other for a little more support. Any version of supported side plank that you'd like. Or maybe you'll pull out your top leg. You can stay here, or you can bend that knee and reach back. Finding the savasana in your side plank. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing that leg behind you, finding a wild thing. It's a little bit hybrid pose, kind of a half side plank, and a little bit of a back bend. Reaching nice and long. 2 more breaths. And then unwinding, left hand comes down to the mat, the left leg extends behind you, find a 3-legged dog. And then step your left foot forward, finding a crescent lunge. So left foot lands on the mat between your hands, on the ball of the right foot, and engage your core as you scoop the arms up. You have a little bend in this right knee, that feels better for you. But think about keeping your hips nice and square towards the front of the mat, and pinkies are rotating in to integrate your shoulders. You can stay here, or you can add that movement. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, cactus the arms, open heart. Inhaling. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to an inhale, finding your crescent lunge, and then straightening your left leg, moving forward, finding a wide stance pyramid pose. You can drop this right heel down towards the mat at a 45-degree angle. Lengthen through your spine, and we're working on stretching out our left hamstring. 2 breaths left. And bring the hands down flat onto the mat, bending into that left leg, and then we'll step the left foot back and take your flow. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale, release. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep up chair pose. And exhale, send up the hands to earth center. Taking a breath. And exhale, release. Inhale, we'll find a chair, sink the hips, drop down, chair pose. We're going to take our hands into our heart center, and we're going to add a twist to the right. So bring your left elbow to the right knee and twist. And you can stay here, or if you'd like to make it a little deeper of a twist, you can take a fist with your top hand and place that into the wrist of your left hand and open up a little wider. So knees stay nice and even, hips are nice and square. One more breath here. And staying low in your chair, come back up to center. And then hands heart center and twist to the left. Right elbow to left knee. And if you'd like to take it further, you can take your fist with your top hand, press it into the palm of your right, and open up a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Unwind back to chair, straighten the legs, reach up, roll back bend if you'd like. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, point your hands, step or hop back, do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, we're going to step the right foot forward. We're finding a warrior two. So drop your left heel down for that. Then roll your left arm up. And then right arm, find the warrior two. So your feet can be in heel to heel or heel to arch alignment if that feels good. Shoulders are down, arms parallel to the ground. You can gaze towards the front. Over your middle finger. Breathing here. Last breath here. And then we're going to move into a side angle variation. So you're going to take your right hand and put it like you're putting it into your back right pocket. So it's just kind of going right here on your bum. And then you're going to hinge forward, bringing the right elbow on the front side of your right quad. So it's a nice deep shoulder opener. The left arm can come up towards the ceiling. This is uncomfortable for you. You can just take a regular side angle, whatever feels good. You got 2 breaths left. And then straighten the right leg, straighten the right arm down. You can take top of your back foot in, finding a triangle pose. So opening up through the chest, gaze is up towards the ceiling of your left hand. Breathe in here. Last breath. And then you're going to bring your gaze down towards the mat. Shift your weight to your right leg and shift forward. You're going to find a half move. So right leg is down, left foot is lifting up. Foot is flexed, toes are facing alongside of your mat. Your gaze can stay down towards the mat or up towards the ceiling. And if you'd like, you can bend the top leg, reach back for that left ankle, and take Javasana. We'll be here for 5. Opening up through the chest, through the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing, returning to half moon if you were in Javasana. And then setting the right foot down, coming back into warrior 2. So get steady in your warrior 2, adjust your stance again, take an inhale, and then exhale, we're going to hinge forward and find the side angle, and this time we're going to take a bind. So left arm can come up to the sky, pivot it so that your palm is facing the back, and then reach around behind you. Right arm's going to reach under this right leg, and reach for that bind. Once you have it, you're going to open up through the chest, through the ribs. Breathing here. One more breath. And then you can bring your gaze down towards the mat and step your left foot in up towards your right foot. We're getting set up for a bird of paradise. So shift your weight into your left foot. Come up onto the toes of your right foot. And then keep in the bind. See if you can begin to lift up. Using your core to lift your right leg up. And if you have it here, you can stay. Or you can extend your right leg up and open to the side. Foot can be flexed or pointed. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bending this right leg and putting back into side angle. So putting this right foot back down, stepping the left foot nice and long behind you, returning to a side angle pose with the bind. Keeping the bind if you'd like to. You can straighten the legs on the bound triangle. Now this is pretty intense, so if it's a little too much, you can just release your bind and take a regular triangle pose. Breathing here. Last breath. And then one more pose to go with the bind. You can keep the bind here at the right leg, pivot the right foot to where it's parallel to your left foot, so toes are facing the long end of the mat, and move it into a bound forward fold, or bound wide leg forward fold rather. Your hips may not be perfectly square here since you have the bind, but think about trying to square them off. The bind's not working for you, just bring your hands down to the mat and just take a regular wide leg forward fold. One more breath here, and then releasing the hands down to the mat, taking a breath, and then walking your hands back to the front of the mat, step your right foot back, and take your flow. Inhaling up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Take your breath. You can stretch the right hip out if you'd like to. A little hip yawn here. And then set your foot back down. Getting set up for the other side. Take a breath in. And exhale. Left foot steps forward. We're going to find warrior 2. So left foot's on the front of the mat. Drop your right heel down to the mat. Pinwheel the right arm up. Find your warrior 2 on the left side. Hips are nice and open. Chest is open. Arms are parallel to the ground. And then gaze is up to the front. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. And then moving into that side angle variation. Left hand comes like you're putting it in this back pocket. And then shift forward, bringing the left elbow on the front side of your left leg. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Side angle. Keeping that nice deep bend in your left leg. 2 more breaths. And then straighten the left leg. Left arm straightens down, finding your triangle pose. You can adjust your stance if you'd like to. Shortening up a little bit. Gaze come up towards your right hand. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. And then bring your gaze down towards the mat. Shift your weight into your left leg. Reach your left arm out long in front of you. Finding a half moon. So right foot lifts up. You're lifting the right hip so that the hips are stacked one on top of the other. Right foot stays flexed. Toes are facing the long end of your mat. You can stay here or you can bend your right leg, reaching for that ankle, finding savasana. Open up through the chest, through this right hip flexor. Breathing here. Counting my head, you got 3, 2, and 1 left. Slowly release. And then return this right foot down towards the mat, coming back to warrior 2 again. So getting set up with your stance in warrior 2. And then we're moving into the bind. So hinge down, right arm comes up. You can pivot the hand to face the back. Reach around behind you. Left arm reaches under, finding the bind. Once you're in the bind, open up through the chest. Hips stay sinking nice and low. Breathing here. Last breath. And then bring your gaze down towards the mat and step your right foot in to meet your left. Moving into birds of paradise. So shifting all of your weight to your right leg, coming up onto your left toes, and think about lifting up through your core, through your chest, and come up to stand. Maybe you can bring your left leg up, and then maybe extend it towards the sky. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend the leg. Make your way back down into side angle with the bind. So get steady here first. Once you're in side angle with the bind, see if you can keep the bind and straighten the leg for bound triangle. This is a little too much. You can use that belt. Sometimes you can still bind with a little help there. And if you really don't like it, then just take regular triangle pose. It's fine as well. 2 more breaths here. All right, and then pivoting this left foot in so that your toes are facing the long end of the mat. Taking a bound, wide angle fold. Let me try that again. A bound, wide leg forward fold. Sorry. Try and get the hips as square as you can while keeping the bind. And again, if you hate the bind here, just drop your hands down towards the mat. 2 breaths left. Then release your bind, bring your hands down towards the mat, taking a breath in. Then exhale, and then walking your hands towards the front of the mat. Step your left foot back and take your flow. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back down dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. You want to lift the left leg up and stretch that hip if you can. And then step the left foot back down. Taking a breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach up. Exhale, stand up, hands at heart center. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. 1 more breath. Exhale, release. Last flow, sink the hips down, find your chair pose. You can stay here in your chair, or you can take a crow pose if you'd like to. Bring your hands down towards the mat. Sink your knees towards your armpits, chaturanga arms, and then shifting forward. Maybe you can lift 1 or both feet up, and we'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, wherever you're at, make your way back. Do a flow or skip a flow. We'll meet in down dog. Taking a breath in your down dog, inhaling and exhaling. Right foot's gonna step forward. We're finding a warrior 1. So left heel pivots down to the mat. Sweep the arms up. Warrior 1. Feet can be in line with each other or a little wider like they're on railroad tracks. Think about drawing this right hip back. Allowing the left hip to come forward. And then drawing your ribs in. So we're not blowing our ribs out in order to get our arms up. Our core is still integrated and controlled. Breathe in here. Last breath. And then we're going to send our arms back behind us, take the bind. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, hinge forward for a humble warrior 1 with the bind. Think about bringing the right shoulder onto the inside of the right knee, and then pressing into that right quad with your shoulder, and then press your quad back into your torso. 3 more breaths here. Last breath. Slowly release your body, bring your hands down to the mat. Straightening the right leg, and we're shifting our weight forward and finding a standing split. So right leg is down on the mat, left leg is long behind you. Hips are working to be kind of squarish. And then you can walk your hands in closer toward your standing leg. If you'd like to, maybe grab that standing leg, shift yourself down as you lift your leg up. 2 more breaths like this. And then if you'd like to, you can either stay or you can bend this top leg, reach for the leg with your right hand, trying to find that ankle and open up for a bit of a fallen dancer standing split variation. 3 more breaths here. Last breath. Slowly release your leg if you haven't. Return to a standing split and step, hop, handstand back, whatever you'd like to do, or skip your flow. We'll meet in down dog. 1 breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Left foot steps forward. We're going to find a warrior 1. Drop your right heel down towards the mat. Inhaling up, bringing the chest up, warrior 1. So left hip is drawn back this time, right hip is forward. Knee is tracking over ankle, and arms can come up. When you bring your arms up, again, make sure you're not losing your chest and your core integration, so still keeping it engaged and nice and long. 2 more breaths here. All right, and from here, you're going to send your arms behind you, take the bind, opposite them on top, so awkward hold. Lengthen through your spine, open the chest, and then hinge forward, finding your humble warrior. So left shoulder on the inside of your left quad this time. Think about pressing your shoulder into your quad back into your shoulder. Release your head and neck down, and gaze towards your back foot. And breathe. You got 3 breaths left. So right leg is nice and engaged, lifting the quad, drawing the knee up towards your groin. All right, releasing your hands down towards the mat, squaring off the hips. You can adjust your stance, and we're going to shift our weight to this left leg, finding a standing split. So hands down on the mat. You can walk your hand towards this left standing leg. Hips are working to be square. Right foot can be flexed in the air. And if you'd like to, you can take your left hand, grab your left foot, and pull yourself down a little further. You can stay here, or you can bend your right ankle, reach back for that right ankle with your left hand, and take this variation. Open up through the hip. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. If you have your leg, release it, hands come down to the mat, returning to standing split. And then you can step, hop, handstand back, do your flow, whatever you'd like to do. We'll meet in the down dog. 3 breaths here, inhaling, and exhaling, and inhale, and exhale, and last one in, and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sink the hips, sweep the arms up, chair pose. And exhale, stand up, hands at heart center. Really having trouble with the word sink this morning, apparently. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. All right, we're making our way down into dolphin pose. So inhaling our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. And exhale, plant your hands, and you can do a flow, or you can just go into down dog. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. So down dog, from down dog into dolphin, what you're going to do is you're just going to come down into your forearm. Bring your forearms down to the mat. If you can check your spacing, and you want your arms to be about elbows width apart if you can reach your arms into each other. And then you can return your hands out. If you'd like to, you can interlace them and leave your pinkies out, or you can press them down flat on the mat, whatever feels more secure for you. You can walk your feet in a little bit, shorten your stance here in your dolphin pose. And you can stay here if this is good for you, or you can take a couple of dolphin dives. With an inhale, you're going to shift forward, bring your chin towards the front of your wrist, and exhale back into dolphin. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale back to dolphin. Last one, inhale, shift forward, and exhale back to dolphin. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. And just sink your knees down, and you can take a child's pose if you like. 3 breaths here. Spine is nice and long. Leave your arms out long in front of you. We're not done yet. Last breath here. And then you're going to shift your weight all the way forward and onto your bellies. I'm going to take 2 bow poses, and I'll lead you through half bow first. Some of you may prefer to do half bow instead of full bow. So I'll lead you from half bow into full bow on each side. So we'll start with our right arm long in front of us, and our right leg long behind us. Palms can be face down. And then you're going to bend your left leg, reach back for that left ankle with your right hand. Once you have it, you can keep your left foot pointed or flex, either one. Sometimes flex gives you a little bit more grip. And then lifting that leg up towards the ceiling. You can press your pelvic bone into the floor. You can stay here, or you can float your right leg and right arm for a half bow, half locust. Or you can bend that right leg and reach for the right ankle and come up into full bow. You're in full bow, think about drawing your knees a little closer together so their hips width apart. Press your hips into the mat and lift up. You're trying to essentially work your way back onto your quads. 1 more breath here. And then exhale, slowly release that down. You can stack your hands, rest your forehead, and windshield wiper your feet. All right, we'll move on to the other side, so legs out long behind you again. And then left arm long in front of you, left leg long behind you. Bending the right leg, you're going to reach this right arm back behind you, grabbing for that ankle. Foot can stay pointed or flexed, and then lifting it up towards the ceiling. You can stay here in half bow, or you can float your arm and your leg up. You can stay here, or you can bend and reach for that left ankle, finding a full bow. If you're there, think about drawing your knees a little closer together so they're in line with your hips. Lifting up, sinking into your pelvic bone, and rocking back onto those hips. First 3. Rocking back onto the thighs. 2. And 1. Slowly releasing down. You can stack your hands within your knees and windshield wiper your legs back and forth again. 1 more breath here. All right, then legs nice and long behind you. We're going to take a half frog to stretch out the quad. So we'll start this in a Sphinx pose. So bringing the elbows in directly under the shoulders. Hands are down on the mat like the number 11. You're going to take your left arm, you're going to pivot it to the crook of your right elbow. Bend your right leg up towards your glute, and then reach this right arm up and around as you grab the ankle and draw it in. Stretching the quad, you can stay here, or if you'd like to, you can flip your grip, bringing your foot really close into your quad, your bum, and releasing it. Breathing here. It's a good thing I'm not being graded on body parts today, because I seem to be hitting the mixed up quite a bit. Last breath. Slowly release that, and then return to a Sphinx pose. So nice broad collarbones, spine is nice and long, and we'll take the other side. The right arm to the crook of the left elbow, bend the left leg, bringing that foot up towards the glute, reach this left arm up and around, grab the foot and draw it out. And stay here, you can flip your grip and shift it in. Once you're here, think about drawing this left hip down, squaring off the shoulders. 2 more breaths. And then slowly releasing that, re-extending back to Sphinx pose. Nice broad collarbones, taking a breath. And then exhale, release. Again, you can stack your hands, rest your forehead in your hands, bend the knees, and just windshield wiper them. Let's go twice in each direction. All right, then releasing them, bringing your hands down underneath your shoulders. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath. And exhale, release. And then look forward and step or hop front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. And exhale, hands in heart center. All right, so our peak pose for today is dancer pose. So we've done lots of opening up of our chest, we've gotten our quads, we've gotten our backs, and we should be pretty ready to go. So we're going to start by shifting your weight into all four corners of this right foot and balancing them. Engage your core. You can hover the left leg up off the mat. And then when you're ready, you can bend that left foot up towards your glutes. You can reach for it with your left hand. You can grab it from the inside or the outside. I prefer inside, but you can try both. See what's best for you. Right arm's going to come out front. You can try and keep the hips square and the shoulders square. As you lift the left leg up, finding your dancing pose. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing down. And then releasing that leg. You can shake it out. And we'll move on to the other side. So staying on the left foot, evenly distributing your weight to all four corners of that left foot. And you can bend the right leg in when you're ready. Reaching for that right ankle. Again, inside or outside, squaring off the hips, squaring off the shoulders. Left arm extend out to the front. And then when you're ready, lift this right leg up towards the sky. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. And you can shake that out. I find that there's a lot going on with dancers, so I always like to do 2 on each side. So one's kind of like a trial run. If you're near a wall and you'd like to try to get to the wall, that can also be nice. I don't really have a good one to use here, but you can always press your hand into the wall, and that can help you to square off your shoulders and give you a little resistance so that you can begin to lift your chest up a little bit. Okay? So we'll try that again, balancing onto the right foot, hovering the left foot up. Pressing evenly into all four corners of that right foot, and you're going to lift it up towards the quad, reaching for the foot, extending the arm out front, and then reaching nice and long, lifting up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Release the left foot down to the mat. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. And the last side, shifting your weight to your left foot, evenly distributing your weight, drawing your right foot up towards your quad, reach for the ankle. When the left arm comes out front, chest stays nice and lifted, butt extends up towards the ceiling. Catch your balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Release the leg. If you want to shake out both the legs a little bit, you can. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way into the seated forward fold. So you can inhale, arms up, nice long stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half the lift, flatten your back. And exhale, let's just step back to a down dog. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. And then you can set your right foot down. Then your left foot down and around, and bring your leg out long in front of you. We'll take a seated forward fold. So cushy bits are nice and underneath you, and you're broadening through that pelvic floor. Spine is nice and long. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Walk your hands down towards your legs. Go ahead and release down. Think about drawing your chest towards your quads. Breathe in here. 2 more breaths. And then walking your hands back up, returning to a nice long spine, and then making your way onto your backs. Legs out long in front of you towards the ceiling. We're going to cross the right leg over the left, bend the knees, wishbone the legs, grab these ankles and draw them in. So again, Golden Vinyasa on our back. Think about drawing your knees in and your ankles in. Breathing here. 3 more breaths. Then slowly releasing the ankles, bringing the ankles to touch. And if your right leg was on top, then you're going to lay your legs out over to the left. So heel legs, supine twist. Unwinding the spine, trying to draw your right shoulder down towards the mat. Arms come out to a T. Or you can cactus the arms for a little deeper opening. If you'd like to, you can pick your head up and turn it towards the right, but make sure you turn it on its own axis. Breathe in here. 3 more breaths. And engage in your core, unwind your head first, and then bring your legs back up through center. Uncross your legs, extend them overhead, and then left leg crosses over right. Bend the knees, draw the knees in towards the chest, draw the ankles in, stretching out through the hips. Keeping both feet nice and flexed. 3 breaths left on this side. And releasing your feet, slowly drawing them together. Arms come out to the side. And with your left leg on top, you lay your legs over to the right. Eagle leg supine twist. Once you're there, unwind your shoulders so that both shoulders are off. Drawing down towards the mat. And if you'd like to, you can pick your head up and turn towards the left. Breathing here. Three breaths left. Unwind your head. Engage your core, draw your legs up through center. And extend your legs up overhead. You can stay here if you have a block or a book or something that you'd like to shift underneath your hips. You can lift your hips for a waterfall pose. Block. Stay here. Taking some nice, deep, slow breaths. 4 breaths left. All right, if you have your book or your block or your pillow, you can remove it, set it off to the side. If there's any final movements you need, you can take those now. If you want a happy baby, or a fish pose, or anything else that your body's telling you you need, you can go ahead and take that. Take 5 more breaths. Last breath. And then making your way into Shavasana. So legs are out nice and long on the mat. Arms down by your side. Palms facing up. Taking some nice deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhale and exhale. Starting at the crown of your head, think about sending some breath there, finding a little bit of relaxation, releasing all the muscles in your forehead, around your eyes, around your nose, and coming down to your mouth. Taking a nice soothing inhale. Moving down to your shoulders, releasing any tension that you have there. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Releasing any tension that you have in your biceps or your forearms. Releasing each of your fingers, your thumb. Taking a nice breath in. And moving your attention towards your chest. You can feel the rhythm of your heart beating. Moving down to your stomach, releasing any tension that you have there. Really letting your upper body sink down into the floor. Then release your glutes and your hips. Release your thighs, your hamstrings, the fronts and the backs of your knees, your shins and your calves. And finally coming down to your feet. Release any remaining tension that you have there. You can do a quick little scan. If there's anywhere you've got some residual tension, think about sending your breath there. And then imagine that tension flowing out through the bottom of your feet. Take another minute of relaxation here. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. If you're ready, you can begin to find some movement in your fingers and your toes. Maybe make some circles with your hands and your feet. Take a nice good morning stretch if that feels good. And then roll onto either side that feels comfortable. Cradle your head in your arm. And take 3 breaths there. And then when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat. Any comfortable seat is fine. We can bring our hands into our heart center. And then bring them up to our forehead. May all beings be free from fear and harm. May all be happy just the way that we are. May we all be at peace with whatever comes. And may we all rest gently in the softness of our hearts. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.